Hello, guys. So, welcome to our discussion and fixation. So, join me in this long ride. So, kuha kayo ng snacks, ng drinks, okay? So, what we're going to discuss today are all about your fixatives. We have different classification of fixatives on its components, kung aldehyde ba siya, metallic, picrate, acetic acid, made out of alcohol, or made out of osmium tetroxide. Pwede ring based on action. Does it, is it good for nuclear fixatives, histochemistry, and so on, no? So, samahan nyo ako. Please take down notes, screenshot, do whatever. So, once we're finished our discussion until infiltration and embedding, we could already start our tissue processing process. So, ang first step nyo is you're going to by yung mga mason jars natin o yung mga garapon natin. Okay? So, unlike what you've drawn, no, yung mga tissue processing machine, this is what they use in the hospitals to process your tissues from fixation to infiltration. They use tissue transfer processors and fluid transfer processors and or. So based on our quiz, if you remember, that fluid transfer is enclosed. Actually, there's a vacuum inside it. Excuse me. And it protects the users from the fumes of the formaldehydes, the xylene, and so on. Unlike your carousel and linear, though it gives flexibilities with the different reagents that you can use. Unlike your fluid transfer, guys, hindi ka pwede makapili ng basta-bastang fluid na gusto mo or reagent na gusto mo. Dapat match sa fluid transfer processor. Here, this is more flexible kung ano yung fixative na mayroon ka, anong alcohol na meron ka, you can utilize it. However, there are aerosols that are created that could be harmful for the histotechnologies. Okay, balik tayo, no? So since we are in school and there is low throughput, no, hindi natin kailangan mag-process ng maraming tissues, garapon ang gagamitin natin, no? You will manually agitate the tissues from one reagent to the next. So from the fixative to the increasing concentration of alcohol, this is dehydration, in xylene, so in the process of clearing, and paraffin in the process of infiltration, yeah, you will move the tissue from one jar to another, no? And there is designated time for it. Okay? So, for 70% alcohol, nakalimutan ko na, mga 30 minutes, something like that. Okay? You will move it, and every 15 minutes, kailangan mo i-agitate. Yan, i-mix mo. Ganon, no? So, simulan natin. So, you already have an overview of what fixatives are, isn't it? Their goal is for preserving the fresh tissue. So, from the OR, kinuha yung tissue, yung breast, yung thyroid, yung biopsy, and now you will preserve this. This is the first and most critical step. This is so important because you want what the cellular architecture, the cellular morphology, while the tissues were inside the body, you want it to be the same when it's outside the body. You want to preserve its chemical integrity. You want to make it as lifelike as possible. Buhay na buhay kung pwede. Okay? And yon, you want to preserve it. Number two, you want to harden it. Gusto mong patigasin. Why? Because it's a long road ahead. Diba? Maraming pang tadaanan na reagent, marami pang pupuntahan yung tissue. You want it to be stable. You want it to not decay from bacterial growth, from putrefaction. Uh, you want it to be tough, to withstand all the handling that it will go through. What else? Fixatives, what's good is it will reduce the risk of infection. So in risk management, pag na-fix na ang isang tissue, bumababa na yung risk. Okay? And it increases the optical differentiation of cells. So meaning, you could see it better under the microscope. Those are the four uses of fixatives. It's first and the most critical in the tissue processing, okay? Pero mahalaga pa rin ang accessionate. So fixatives, how do they work? According to Bancroft, no, naghalo-halo na. So sabi niya, it is capable of forming crosslinks between proteins, no? So the different chemical components of the fixative make crosslinks. Yan. Sometimes it is integrated, it becomes part of the tissue. Kaya nga dito sa isang side na to, sabi niya, may mga additive fixative, they become part of the tissue. Okay? Meron namang, how do they preserve? Covalent addition of the reactive groups. The same thing eh. It adds. You add another reactive group. Example, aldehyde group. Example, alcohol group. Some fixatives dehydrate, like your alcohol. Some are acids in nature. Yan. And some are salts. And also, we use heat. Yan, we will talk more about it as we go on. So, yun, nabanggit ko na tong additive. So, since the fixative integrates into the tissue, nauubos siya. So, binabantayan rin natin yung fixatives once we dip or once we place the tissue inside those container with fixative. Kasi naubos rin yung fixative because some fixatives are taken in by the tissue. Non-additive fixatives are not taken in by the tissue. However, they remove water. Okay. Example, yung mga alcohol. So, here are the practical considerations. Sometimes lumalabas to sa board exam, no? So, syempre gusto natin mga fixatives natin mabilis. Yan. Specimen should be placed in fixative as soon as it is removed from the body. So sometimes, mamaya I'll talk about ischemia, cold ischemia, and warm ischemia. There are instances that nade-delay ang pag-fix ng mga organs, no? And it could affect our processing. And that's beyond our control sometimes. Okay? Kasi ang tagal, kasi pinapadala lang naman ang organ sa laboratory once the whole operation is finished. Okay? So, yun, sana pagkalabas ng organ sa katawan, fin-fix na nila, no? So, maganda nga sa pathology request na nilalagay nila kung kailan, anong oras natanggal sa katawan yung tissue, tapos what time was it placed in the fixative, no? Mas maganda pag ganun. Penetration. So the how big the molecule affects the entry of that molecule into the tissue. So our general fixatives, yung mga formaldehyde, mga 10% new buffer, formalin, usually it penetrates the tissue 1 millimeter per hour. So as much as possible, if we want to process it in tissue processing, ang duration sana ng fixation is around 6 hours to penetrate at least 6 millimeters of the tissue, no? Yan. And the maximum according to ASCO-CAP guidelines, American Society Cancer Oncology, kung di ako nagkakamali, no? Paki-search nga kung ano ng ASCO-CAP. Sabi niya, minimum daw ng fixation is 6 hours, pakinote, and the maximum is 48 hours. Ma'am, anong mangyayari if you have prolonged the fixation, no? Your tissue will harden. For electron microscopy, it will take around 3 hours, a minimum of 3 hours. So, depending on actually the thickness of the tissue. Okay, so yung mga ginagamit for electron microscopy are bigger molecules compared to your formalin. So, mas mabagal yung penetration nila sa tissue. Ma'am, how much volume? So volume is so important when it comes to fixation. You want that all of the tissues are exposed to formalin, no? So dito mauubos ang pera ng histopad, no? Dapat lubog na lubog, no? More than 20 times the volume of the tissue, up to 25 times nga references say, no? So, let's go to 10, 20 times. Pag dehydration reagents, 10 times. So, 1 is to 20. So, one volume of tissue is equal to 20 times the volume of formalin. Ganun karami. Pag museum, mas marami po, no? 50 to 100 times the amount of the tissue. And for electron microscopy, yan, itong osmium tetroxide, konti lang ang kailangan. 5 to 10 times the amount of the tissue, no? Because these are expensive. Osmolality. So, osmolality is the tonicity of the fluid, no? Kung naalala nyo, pag hypertonic ang isang solution, it tends to, the hyper, hypertonic fluid tends to make your cells shrink, no? Sinishrink niya. Tama ba ako? Tama. Pag hypotonic, your tissue will swell. Okay? So tonicity is so important. And the recommended tonicity for the use of light microscopy according to Bancroft is 400 to 450 milliosmoles. It's slightly hypertonic. So, in fixative, it's slightly losing water. No, yung mga tissues natin is slightly losing water. Actually, it's in preparation of dehydration, no? It's in preparation of making the tissue hard, no, tough, so that it would withstand the next steps of tissue processing. For the observe, for 10% um, new buffer, formalin, this is the general fixative. Ito yung reliable na fixative sa histofat. It's around 1,500 milliosmol. So, it's hypertonic. No? So, it tends to shrink the tissues. A little bit lang naman. No? It's hardening it. For the concentration, formaldehyde usually, guys, pakinote, the stock solution is around 40%. Kung bibili ka ng formaldehyde, no, usually, kung stock solution, the highest concentration that you could buy is 40%. And if it's used in histopad, it's around 37%. But what we like using is the 10% formulation of formaldehyde. Okay, yung 10%. Pag lutheraldehyde, yung concentration na ginagamit natin sa Gregorio, sabi niya 3%, Bancroft 2%. So, around 2 to 3% sa glutaraldehyde. Glutaraldehyde, osmium tetroxide, ginagamit ito sa electron microscopy. Now, factor time. Okay? So, kanina nga sinabi ko, ayaw natin ng overfixation, ayaw natin ng more than 48 hours because it could produce artifacts, it could harden, it could be difficult in cutting the tissues. While the ideal time to begin fixation is 20 to 30 minutes after the interruption of blood supply. Guys, ideal to pag pag nasa OR nga yung pasyente, 'di ba? What if the interruption of blood supply happened even before they made the operation? Yeah. So this is just the ideal time. So, ma'am, bakit ano, mahalaga yung sensitivity sa time? Kasi through the identification of HER2 antigens. So you could see HER2 antigens, the different antigens that could be seen in histochemistry, immunohistochemistry. Ayan. Mas maganda makita kung gaano ka-invasive na yung breast cancer. Mas maganda yung pag-diagnose ng mga pathologists. And it will influence the targeted therapy needed by the patient. So, syempre mas maganda pag talagang ideal time mo fix, no? In what if incomplete fixation? Kailangan mo ibalik sa fixative, no? If you have to remedy ha, yung incomplete fixation, of course, you need to return it back to the fixative. What could happen? Separation of tissue components during microtomy and poor tissue morphology. It becomes separation of tissue components, naghihiwalay-hiwalay. It's become shredded, it's mushy. The nucleus becomes muddy and may exhibit bubbling, and the section may appear more eosinophilic, more red in the center pag underfixed. So, yun. Kung pwede ibalik sa fixative, then please do. So, what else? Consequence of delayed and poor and incomplete, ano pa, loss or total disappearance of nuclear chromatin, disappearance of cells, and cell shrinkage with artifactual space. I got this from Raymond Law, no? Parang sabog-sabog, no? Malalaki ng mga spaces, may missing cells, yun daw yung nangyayari, no? Delayed, poor, incomplete, and poor fixation. The temperature. So usually, in routine, yung sa bote, no, room temperature lang, no? So 20 to 22 degrees. Pag automated, there is heat involved because heat enhances fixation. For electron microscopy, it's cold, no? 0 to 4 degrees Celsius ang fixation. Formalin at 60 degrees, there's heat involved, is for urgent biopsies. Formalin at 100 degrees Celsius is used for the diagnosis of TB. DNA is fixated at 65 degrees Celsius. Pakinote yan. My RNA at 45 degrees Celsius and microwave temperature is 65 degrees Celsius. So, it's maganda rin mag-add ng microwave, no, to increase the time, the penetration of the reagents into the tissue. For the thickness, the recommended thickness is 2 centimeters. Okay, 2 centimeters. 2 square centimeters. Mas manipis naman po sa electron microscopy, 1 to 2 millimeters. So, ayun, ang nipis. If you would look at your ruler, no, how big is 1 millimeter? How big is 2 millimeter, no? Kailangan manipis so that the osmium tetroxide, the glutaraldehyde will penetrate into the tissues. For brain, nakalagay 2 to 3 weeks, no? So, I don't know if you have seen a brain pang dinakdakan, ganyan, it's so mushy. So, to give it time, ang hirap mag-fix ng brain, no? So, 2 to 3 weeks. So, I've seen this in a journal. They observe how fast your 10% neutral buffered formalin will penetrate into the tissues. No? So this letter A, so 1 hour, sabi niya 0.8 millimeter penetration, di ba? Sakto nga, parang mga 1 millimeter per penetration. After 2 hours, 1.2. Bagal naman. 3 hours, 1.6. 8 hours, 2.2. So, dapat hindi masyadong makapal rin yung cut ng tissue. No? So, to facilitate the penetration of the fixative. So, other factors. Fixation could be retarded by, it could be slowed down by what? Thickness of the tissue, presence of mucus, uhog, no? So, the solution for this is wash it with NSS. If it's too fatty, nagsislow down siya ng fixation. The presence of blood, it's too bloody, and cold temperature. However, if there is microwave, there is vacuum, ito sa vacuum sa enclosed tissue processor. Pinapabilis niya yung process ng fixation. There is pressure. Yan, pressure is vacuum heated pressure. Agitation, minimix, no? Kaya pag ginagawa na natin yung tissue processing, i-mix nyo, no? Huwag kayo tatama rin na hindi mix. I-agitate. And size and thickness, of course. I don't need you to cut it so thinly because the microtome will do that. However, hindi naman yung sobrang kapal na hirap na i-fix nung fixative natin, no? So 4 millimeters to 2 millimeters by 4 millimeters is good. Okay, so here are the characteristics of a good fixative. Of course, it should be cheap and economical because notice ang rami niyong gagamitin. It's stable and safe to handle. So, i-observe nyo, no, yung as we go on to the discussion, alin ang mga safe, alin ang mga stable, alin ang alin ang cancerous, fast-acting, rapid, and even penetration. It should inhibit bacterial decomposition and autolysis. It must harden the tissue. This could happen if it's slightly hypertonic. At least isotonic, no? Pag sinabi mo namang isotonic, it will not affect the morphology of the cells. Which is, that's the best, no? Kasi nga, pag slightly hypertonic, medyo may a bit of shrinkage yung cells. No, ito yung isotonic naman yung ideal. It must render the tissues insensitive to subsequent processing. So, your fixatives should mix well to the next reagents, no? Um, all of the reagents will interact well, no? Yung gano'n, yung parang compatible ba yung mga reagents to one another. Yan. And must be compatible with many staining procedures. So whatever stain, aside from hematoxylin na ayusin, sana okay yung fixative na yun. Okay? So, ang raming classification. Meron tayong according to composition, meron tayong mga simple fixatives, yung walang kahalo, no? Kung formaldehyde lang. But you will see, meron tayong formal saline. So, yung formaldehyde may kahalo na NSS. Meron tayong mga alcoholic formaldehyde. So, ibig sabihin, formaldehyde plus alcohol. So, compound fixatives naman yon, no? So, may puro, tsaka may compound fixatives. Meron naman tayo, according to action. So we have microanatomic fixatives. Okay? So they study the structures of your cells, of your tissue, sorry. We have cytological, it's good for nuclear and cytoplasmic fixatives. And histochemical fixatives preserve chemical contents. Ma'am, ano yan? So, histochemical means it could preserve carbohydrates. Under it, glycogen. What's glycogen? Stored carbohydrate. It could preserve proteins, lipids. Alright. Ayan. So how do your fixatives work? Ayan. Ito, inelaborate ko lang dito na yung example ng mga additive fixative is we have it integrates into the tissue. We have formaldehyde, mercury chloride, picric acid, and osmium tetroxide. So, binabantayan natin, it might deplete. So, you need to change it frequently. Non-additive fixatives are your alcohol, your acetones. Okay, they do not combine into the tissue. However, it causes still hardening and shrinkage. Meron tayong mga coagulant fixatives. It creates a network that allows solution to steadily penetrate the interior of the tissue. It allows a network. So, parang additive fixative rin, no? So, coagulant, no? Um, parang additive rin siya. Non-coagulant fixative, it creates a gel that makes it difficult to penetrate by subsequent solution. Yan. So, I got this from Raymond Lowe. Okay. Wala naman siyang binigay na example. Okay. So, here are your fixatives according to action. Okay? So, tatlo nga siya, di ba? Microanatomical, cytologic, fixative, and histochemical fixatives. So, for microanatomical, it's good for the structures of the tissue. So, wala akong ano eh, FNHF, ZZDB. Yan. So, 10% formal saline, 10% NBF. It's good for showing collagen, Heidenhain-Sousa Heidenhain-Sousa, formal sublimate, Zenker solution, Zenker formal or Helle solution, Bowens, and Brazil. Okay? So, mga microanatomical fixative po yung mga yan. Ma'am, ano ba yung mga yan? We will discuss it further later, no? Just screenshot this slide kung di mo pa naiintindihan. For nuclear fixatives, it's with glacial acetic acid. So, guys, ang nucleus kasi it consists of DNA, no? So ang mga DNA hiyang sa acids, no? It's good for showing chromatin. Yan. So ito mga Bowens, Flemings, newcomers, Carnot, and Heidenhain-Sousa. Kasi itong mga to po ay may acetic acid. Okay? So, you could see your nucleus well. So, itong mga to, hindi siya good sa cytoplasm, no? Na like, sa components like mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, no? It should not contain any glacial acetic acid. So its pH is more than 4.6. We have Helles, Orts, Regods, Flemings, Formalin with postchromic. So itong at least itong nuclear fixatives, no, may ano siya, um, mnemonic bench, no, BFNCH. Ito naman si cytoplasmic fixative, merong HORF. Yan, so Helles, Orts, Regods, Fleming, formalin. So for histochemical fixatives, we have 10% formalsaline, absolute ethanol, pure ethanol, and newcomers and acetone. Okay? So, tuloy natin. So, itong mga histochemical fixatives, so what chemicals? Ito, lipids. Sa lipids, good ang mercury chloride, potassium dichromate. So, mapapansin nyo, ang mga aldehyde, kapamilya ng formalin, it's not so good for lipids. Ito to, Baker's formol calcium. Ito yung good sa lipids, no? Um, cholesterol digitonin. Yan. Itong sa aldehyde, Baker's formol calcium. Sa carbohydrates naman, we have alcoholic fixatives, we have Rossmann's fluid or cold absolute alcohol. For proteins, we have neutral buffered saline. For electron cytochemistry, we have Karnofsky para formaldehyde and glutarate solution. We have, for surgical biopsies, we have acrolein. Okay, acrolein is a mixture of glutaraldehyde and formaldehyde. No? So, chemicals po, ma'am. Anto, lipids, phospholipids, cholesterol, carbohydrates, glycogen, stored form of carbohydrates, proteins, yan, cytochemistry, and so on. So now, let's head on to our specific fixatives. Yan. So, yun, kilalanin natin ang bawat fixatives. Okay? So, your aldehyde fixatives are all around. You could use it if your tissue will be cut into paraffin sections for electron microscopy, histochemistry, and enzyme studies. So, aldehyde, ano siya, good all-around fixatives. So, pag sinabi mong aldehyde group, no, merong carbon, may hydrogen, and double bond oxygen. So, maganda na to observe the structure because it will affect the time of penetration nung fixative. So, your formaldehyde or dehyde is at 37% to 40%, no? So, usually, the one that is used is only 10%. It's diluted into 10%, no? So, it's an additive formal fixative, no? It forms cross-link and or methylene bridges. Yan, to preserve your tissues. So, according to OSHA, in an 8-hour work, you should only be exposed at around 0.75 parts per million. Yan. So, it should be monitored because formaldehyde exposure could be cancerous in the long term. And it's neutral in pH. Neutral naman siya, around 7.2. You don't want it to be super acidic because it will produce artifacts. Excuse me. So, 10% formol saline. So, you have a formaldehyde stock solution. You have diluted it up to 10% and added asin plus distilled water. Sabi niya, once you use this is good for enzymes and protein. So, this is good for post-mortem tissues and CNS tissues. Pag sinabi mong post-mortem tissues, tissues that are analyzed once they're dead. Okay? Once the patient is dead. Yeah. So, ito yun nga sinasabi ko. Pag masyadong, pag masyadong in conditions, can form formic acid in conditions that are basic. Hematine can form with red blood cells having bounded that resemble a stain, resulting from chemical reaction which can cause misidentification during microscopic analysis. Okay, so we monitor the pH of your formaldehyde. So formaldehyde, no, can form formic acid. So, this formic acid, no, could eventually form acid formaldehyde hematine, no, these brown inclusions, these brown artifacts, no. So, binabantayan natin yung freshness ng formalin. Okay? So, moving forward, kaya ko hinhighlightan to ng yellow because this is the best general fixative, no? 10% neutral, buffered, formalin, no? It contains buffer, okay? So, when we add buffer, you protect it from changes on pH, okay? So, fixative of choice in almost all histopathologic purposes, no? Talagang this is our all reliable fixative. Not only for paraffin sections, also for immunohistochemical testing and in situ hybridization. No? So I think this is molecular in nature. Best fixative for iron-containing tissues, your spleen, your bone marrow. It's a best general fixative. We also have formol corrosive. So, for yung kanina formol saline, ito naman formol corrosive or sublimate. Corrosive or sublimate because it has mercury chloride. No? Unfortunately, mercury chloride is harmful to people. It's toxic. No? Kaya, it's good for post-mortem tissues. It could fix lipids, neutral fats, and phospholipids, no? Pero mas sikat ang Baker's solution for lipids. Pag aldehyde. No need for washout from fixative to alcohol. So, Um, pag nag-fix ka ng tissue, papagawa ko sa inyo. After fixation, you need to wash your tissue for 30 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes, no? And next is dehydration na. Pag formal corrosive daw, no need for washing out. Okay? Diretso ka na daw sa alcohol. So, for aldehyde fixatives, yan, unti na lang, we have alcoholic formalin or Gendris fixative. So, ito ay isang formalin na may alcohol, no? So, there are additives to improve the visualization of your histochemistry. Ito, immunoperoxidase studies for rapid diagnosis, preservation of glycogen. Yan. So, it's good for histochemistry. Microincineration. Pakisearch kung ano yan. It could fix sputum. Yan. Gendry solution, good siya for fixing sputum. Okay. So, notice glutaraldehyde. Ito, ito, isang ganyan is formaldehyde, no? So, glutaraldehyde has two formaldehyde residues, no? Dalawa yung formaldehyde niya. Yan. So, glutaraldehyde is for electron microscopy. It is used with osmium tetroxide, mga anak. So, pag nabasa niyo na to, glutaraldehyde, osmium tetroxide, ito pong dalawang to is for electron microscopy. Don't ever forget that. Okay? Walang papasa ng histopad na nakakalimutan glutaraldehyde, osmium tetroxide for electron microscopy. We have two main electron microscopy, transmission and scanning. No? So advantage, it's stable, there's less shrinkage, so it's more isotonic in nature, less irritative. However, it's more expensive and slow penetration, no? So to counter that, mas manipis ang mga tissues for electron microscopy, and it is a bigger molecule. That's why there's slower penetration. Ito na. So Baker's formula solution, it's good for lipids, adipose, yan ha, ito talaga. Ito na naman, this is a variation of glutaraldehyde for electron histochem and immunocytochem. We have acrolein for plants and urgent surgical biopsies. Ito, glyoxal. This is a small aldehyde. Since it's small, it's quick penetrating. It is formalin substitute when you use microwave, no? Kasi ang maganda sa microwave, pinapabilis niya yung fixation. So, ang disadvantage niya, if the fixative is formalin, it creates so much vapor na masama sa katawan. So, we replace it with glyoxyl. Okay? In-update ko to from my previous discussion because of Raymond Law. Nakuha ko sa kanya. Okay. Metallic fixatives, no? So, metallic, yung main na ingredients, metals, mercury chloride, Hg, lead fixatives, Pb, chromate fixatives, CR, CROM4, hindi ako nagkakamali sa ating chemistry. Okay, so start muna tayo sa mercury chloride. Siyempre, pag mercury chloride, mercury na, tsaka lead, no? Ano to, mga toxic to, no? So, I don't think they are available in market. However, guys, B5 fixative, ginagamit pa rin, no? For bone marrows, ginagamit pa rin to. So, mercury chloride, it's the most common metallic fixative but no longer commercially available, sabi ni Raymond Lo. However, B5 fixative, sabi sa Bancroft, ginagamit pa. It's good for tissue photography. Okay? So, in research, ganyan. Disadvantage, it could harden the outer layer only. If sa formaldehyde, guys, may brown artifact, siya naman, may black granule artifact or deposits. It's corrosive to metal, so it could ruin your sink. It's extremely toxic and banned worldwide. So, sa mercury, 1, 2, 3, 4, no? May apat tayong bida. So, Zenker fluid. So, pag nakita nyo na si dezenkerization is the removal of the black granule deposit. So, in dezenkerization, we use Lugol's iodine. I think I have this at the end of the PowerPoint. We have Zenker formol or Hellis fluid. This is good for pituitary glands, bone marrow, and blood-containing organ like spleen and liver. We have Heidenhain Susa, tumor biopsy, B5 fixative, bone marrow biopsy, no? ZZHB. So, pag pinaklasify ko sa inyo, no, tong apat na to, and Hellis, it's under mercuric chloride, no? It's neurotoxic, no? So it affects the nerves, no? It affects your antibodies, your B cells, your T cells kasi immunotoxic. Next, chromates. So immunohistochem to, ay, histochemistry. So chromic acid preserves your carbohydrates. However, it's carcinogenic and corrosive. It could ruin the metal in your sink. However, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Chromic acid, the regods. So, regods and orts, they are under chromate, no? Obvious naman tong potassium dichromate, no? So, regods, it's good for chromatin, mitochondria, mitotic figures, Golgi, body, RBC, and colloid-containing tissues like thyroid. Okay? So, good siya sa cytoplasm. Tama ba? Kasi B, F, and CH sa mga nuclear fixative natin, yung C natin, yung cytoplasmic fixative natin, 'di ba? Meron yung regods doon and orths. So they're good for cytoplasm. Orths is good for rickettsia. This is a bacteria causing rickettsia, yung mga Rocky Mountain spotted fever, early degenerative process of tissue necrosis. Potassium dichromate under chromate fixatives. So, lead fixatives. Yan. This is good for mucopolysaccharides. Yan. Mga heparan sulfate. So, mucopolysaccharides are certain parts of your connective tissue. Merong mucopolysaccharide po in different syndrome. Merong mga accumulation of mucopolysaccharide. Yan. Okay dyan sa mga lead fixatives. It forms also an artifact which is lead carbonate, which could be removed through addition of acetic acid. No? So acetic acid is a good additive para to improve the fixatives. Okay? So we have picric acid. Sana hindi nyo nakalimutan ng picric acid. This is a yellow acid. No? When it's dry, it's highly explosive. No, we watch it out. Hindi natin hinahayaan na mag-evaporate. It's excellent for glycogen, not for DNA and RNA. It's good for aniline dyes. You don't need to wash it out with water. Since it's yellow, it could already stain your biopsies. However, if you want to remove the yellow color, you add 70% ethanol and 5% sodium thiosulfate and running water. Yan, para mawala yung yellow ng picric acid. So we have two main picric acid. We have Bowens and Brazil. Okay? So Bowens is picric acid plus formaldehyde and acetic acid. No? So hinahalo-halo rin nila, no? So this is used for glycogen and embryo of animals, of human for study. No? Has poor penetration, Bowen's boo. No? Poor penetration, not good for kidneys. However, mas gusto natin yung Brazil. No? It has picric acid at 70%. Um, in 70% alcohol. Yan. Guys, I think may alcohol to. In 70% alcohol, it's a picric acid tincture Sinabi natin tincture may alcohol, plus formaldehyde and acetic acid. The addition of that ethanol, lagyan ng ethanol yan is good for glycogen, better for glycogen, makes it less brittle and less messy than Bowens. Okay, so Brazil is better. Okay, so acetic acid, it's a good additive. No? It counteracts shrinkage. Kaya, yan, naglalagay sila ng acetic acid dito sa picric acid. Pag sinabi mong glacial acetic acid, this is the concentrated form and it solidifies at 17 degrees Celsius, tumitigas, no? Kaya nga yung term niya, glacial acetic acid. But for just acetic acid, good siya for nucleic acids. So, it's a good additive, 'di ba? Kanina nga dun sa first part, nuclear fixatives has acetic acid. Okay? They have lower pH, good for nucleus, demonstration, nucleic acids. Okay? It's not good for cytoplasm. It lyses RBC. So it's good for cell sampled which are bloody. Acetic acid produces fumes. So you need to use a fume hood, no? And higher naman yung exposure niya, 10 parts per million. Okay. Store away from oxidizers, nitric acid, and strong alkaline. For alcoholic fixatives, it denatures, it precipitates, so it's a coagulant fixative. Okay, it is able to destroy the hydrogen bonds. However, its disadvantage, no, there is polarization of glycogen granules where the glycogen granules move towards the end of the cells. I tried looking at glycogen granules. No, this is under electron microscopy. So they tend to accumulate, no, in the polar areas, the ends of cells. Ang disadvantage ng alcohol. Yan. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yan. So, wag niyo kakalimutan tong limang to, no? Gawan niyo ng mnemonic. We have 95% alcohol. If the best general fixative for tissue, mga anak, is 10% NBF, the best cytologic fixative is 95% ethanol. Nagkakaintindihan? Huwag kakalimutan. Methanol next. Ito po ang ginagamit natin sa hematology. Okay? So when we are using right stain, ang fixative na ginagamit, methanol. Methanol is highly poisonous compared to ethanol. Yan. So mag-iingat po dyan. We have car noise. Since nasa car, siya ang pinakamabilis na alcohol fixative. Okay? It's good for brain tissue, rabies, chromosomes. Okay? It should be processed at negative 70 degrees to prevent polarization. Sobrang lamig, no? So that could be a disadvantage. Kahit mabilis siya, pero kailangan, meron kang enclosure that gives a negative 70 degrees temperature, no? Ang hirap niyan. We have Gendry's alcoholic formalin, kanina, it's good, it coagulates your sputum. Newcomers, good for mucopolysaccharides. So, mga acid po yun. Okay? So, nandito na tayo sa may electron microscopy. Okay? So, di ba, glutaraldehyde with osmium tetroxide. The other name for osmium tetroxide is Fleming's fluid. So, Fleming's could be with acetic acid. So, pag nilagyan mo ng acetic acid, it's good for the nucleus. Pag walang acetic acid, it's good for the cytoplasm. Okay, konti lang po yung volume niya. It should be kept in a dark colored bottle, in an amber bottle. It's good for fats, lipids. It's expensive for penetration, extremely volatile. It makes black precipitate. To remove it, you should wash it with cold tap water. So pareho sila ng mercury chloride. May cause conjunctivitis and blindness. And it's not good for hematoxylin and eosin staining, our routine stain. Hindi naman H&E ang ginagamit sa electron microscopy. So this is a nerve, no? Nerve siya. In cross-sectional po. Ito yung nerve. Looking natin ng ganito, no? That's why you could see the cross-section of the nerves. So, and myelin sheath, no? This is fixed with osmium tetroxide. Okay. Preserved and stained black by this process. In this example, a paraffin section has been prepared. But excellent results can be achieved when polymerizing resins, epoxy, are used instead of paraffin, no? So, ayun, may mga substitute sa paraffin. Pagpunta na tayo doon. Yun yung mga epoxy, methacrylates. So, madidiscuss na natin yan. Okay, other fixative, trichloroacetic acid, weak decalcifying agent. So, pakinote to, no? This is both a form or a fixative and a decalcifying agent. Yung mga alcohol natin, guys, they are both a fixative and a dehydrating agent. Example, 95% ethanol. Ethanol is used to dehydrate. Now, so some reagents has two function. Paki-note lang yun, no? Meron tayong acetone, no? So, it's usually used at cold temperature for brain in rabies diagnosis. Brain ng aso, no? So, hindi tayo nagtitest ng brain ng tao for rabies, no? Usually brain ng aso. So, usually mga vet po ang gumagawa nito. Heat fixation, thermal coagulation, proteins for bacteria. Yan, sulat natin. Yan. Kung naalala nyo, di ba yung bacteria nyo sa bacte, bacteriology, you just place it on the slide and you will heat it under your, uh, bang ginagamit doon? Alcohol lang? Yan. So, heat fixation lang. Pinifix mo lang. You attach the bacteria in the slide through for bacteria. For bacteria. Bacteriology or bacteria. Yan. Ang tagal natin dyan ha. Hindi nyo kakalimutan. Okay. Bacteria. Yan. Wala na eh. Okay. Next. Ito, microwave. So, sayang di ko nalagay ito sa sa mga pictures, no? But I usually ask this. The disadvantage of using microwave is it produces fumes. However, glyoxal does not produce any fumes and it accelerates fixation talaga. From 12 hours, it could accelerate it to 20 minutes. Ganda ng mga microwave, no? Pero, ayun nga, it's harmful to the health. We have other terms. So, mga anak, after fixation, meron tayong secondary fixation for what? If there is special staining involved, no? If you want to enhance the appearance of your stains, pwede kang gumawa ng secondary fixation because your secondary fixative will act as a more than enhances the attachment of stains in your tissue. Yan. So, pinapaganda niya, no? Secondary fixation. Oh, we also have post-chromatization. This is a form of secondary fixation where we use potassium dichromate, no? This is like your chromate fixatives, no? This acts as a mordant. So, pag nagkuha post-chromatization tayo, gumagamit tayo ng potassium dichromate, no? To enhance staining, no? Itong dalawang to, it will enhance staining. Washing out. So, we remove the excess fixative. Usually, water, okay lang pag formaldehyde, no? To remove artifacts. However, we also have other artifacts, no? We have, ito, acid formaldehyde, yung brown. You could remove it through alcoholic picric acid, potassium hydroxide, or Cardes switch method or Lilly's method. Ito, mercury chloride, ginagamitan natin ng alcohol at iodine in the process of desenkerization. We remove the chromates sa Gregorius tap water. Sa ibang sources, acid alcohol. Osmic acid, just cold tap water. Malarial pigments is we use alcoholic picric acid. And for picric acid, we remove it through alcohol. Yan. So, kaya the best ang Brazil kasi it has alcohol already. So, guys, ito nakita ko to sa Bancroft for your additional reading, no? Example, tingnan. Effect on proteins of the different fixative, mga alcohol. It could precipitate proteins. Aldehyde, mga formaldehyde, it makes cross links with proteins. For mRNA and DNA, it is coagulated by mercury chloride. Picric acid has no effect on your DNA, and acetic acid actually mas match sila. Quality of H&E staining. Good if formaldehyde family. Good sa mercury chloride. Poor, diba? Na-discuss natin yan. Poor sa osmium tetroxide. Effect on ultrastructure organelles. Mercury chloride is not good for it. Picric acid is not good. And acetic acid. It's not good for cytoplasm, diba? Poor for alcohol with formalin. Preservation with NBF is good, excellent with glutaraldehyde, and adequate to good with Carson Melonigs. Yan. Ito Carson Melonigs. You can read it in your Bancroft. Ethanol could destroy the ultrastructures. Diba? Ganda. Okay, so ito yung sinasabi ko na pre-analytical factors to consider before fixing. Warm ischemia, initial anoxic insult, a tissue suffers when its blood supply is cut off, no? So, nasa loob pa ng katawan yung tissue, pero natanggal na yung blood at saka oxygen. So, it's already starting to die. However, meron naman tayong cold ischemia. Lack of oxygen once the tissue sample is removed from the body and before all the metabolic processes are stopped by fixation. Extended cold ischemia happens on delay fixation when the organ is still left in the tray or basin until the surgery is over. No? So, ayun, we could educate the surgeons, the nurses na sana i-fix nila agad. No? So, guys, I have few self-assessment questions here. Sagutin nyo, reviewin nyo, no? Screenshot nyo. I'll see you again. That's it. Bye-bye.